What is vertical integration as an organizational strategy? Well, remember, an organizational strategy is the highest level of strategy. It is the mission, vision, and values of the organization all rolled into their general orientation towards how they're perceived by third parties and how they interact with the marketplace in which they compete. So it is the highest level of strategy. You can think of it as, once again, its reason for being, its overall mission and purpose rolled into one. So the three most common organizational strategies are stability, growth, and retrenchment. Of the growth-based strategies, integration is a primary approach used to grow in a given or existing market. With that being said, there are different types of integration or combination strategies. Integration in and of itself means you combine with another business, either through merger or acquisition, or sometimes through just a joint venture whereby you form a new entity unto itself. But the essence is some level of combination, and that is what we mean by integration. You're integrating your efforts. And so when we talk about vertical integration, we are saying integration of efforts along a vertical value chain. That is, wherever you fall in the value chain, that is from the creation of value to the delivery of that value to the customer, client, or end user. Wherever you fall, you integrate with another party along that value chain. For example, if I manufacture products, I may have suppliers who supply me with parts or suppliers who supply me with raw materials. And I use those to convert that into a product. Then I sell those to a distributor who later sells those to a retail establishment who later sells those to a end user, a customer. And so if I were to integrate vertically along the value chain, I would integrate with either these suppliers of parts or raw materials, or I would integrate with these distributors or retailers. Now, with that being said, there's three types of vertical integration depending on which way in that value chain you go. If you go backwards or up the value chain, you're integrating with your suppliers, anyone supplying you with parts or raw materials. The concept becomes a little bit more difficult with services unless you use things like software or physical products in the delivery of your service, and in which case you could integrate up the chain because they supply you with those tools you need to do your job. So backward integration is upstream. Forward integration is downstream. So in my example, if I were to integrate with the distributors of my product or integrate with the retailers who buy from distributors and then sell that to customer, client, or end user, then once again, I am forward integrating. One way to integrate might be to buy a retail establishment that sells my product, or open a distribution business whereby I distribute to retailers as well. So that would be an integration effort. And then there's a balanced approach where you can integrate up the stream and down the stream at the same time, so you're not focused on one versus the other. Now, these are the general categories of vertical integration. And it can be useful, once again, to expand your existing market, expand into new markets, or to create new value propositions. So ultimately, it is a growth-based organizational strategy or approach.